Ever felt like you were drifting through life without purpose? Maybe while you were in school, your friends thrived and excelled. Contrary, you find yourself struggling to engage with anything that sparked your interest. Your future feels like a complete enigma. No clear direction, no vision of what you wanted to do or aspired to become. You are not alone. This persistent sense of aimlessness eventually morphs into anxiety and depression, casting you into a fog of uncertainty and leaving you feeling as if you are lost at sea. Before we dive into this video, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I bet your life will change for the better if you watch to the end. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Written shortly after his renowned work, Think and Grow Rich, this book remained unpublished for many years, deemed too controversial for public consumption. Its unconventional ideas and bold assertions about fear and personal agency stirred up considerable debate, including among Hill's contemporaries and even his own wife. However, when I finally picked up this book, it was a revelation. The structure of Outwitting the Devil is fascinating, presenting a dialogue between Hill and the devil himself, who claims to exert influence over 98% of the population through 6 major fears: the fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. As I read, I couldn't help but reflect on these fears and how they resonated with my own experiences. Were any of these fears holding me back? The answer was a resounding yes. Many of us have tried to venture into many things and wondered why we are still stuck with no form of growth. The truth is that the fear of criticism loomed large, paralyzing us from taking action. We worry incessantly about what others might think of us. Our desire to please everyone leads us to avoid acting upon our ideas, fearing potential judgment. The devil in Hill's narrative argues that fear breeds hesitation, procrastination, and a litany of excuses. This resonated deeply with many of us, and that includes me. I realized that when we allow our fears to dictate our actions, we can easily drift aimlessly through life, lacking a compass or direction. Hill refers to this pattern as the habit of drifting. Those trapped in this cycle, whom he calls drifters, lose their capacity to think and act independently, becoming almost robotic in their responses to life's challenges. One of the most striking points Hill makes is about the educational system, which he argues fosters the habit of drifting from an early age. In school, we are often taught to memorize information rather than to engage critically with it. Grades are given for regurgitating facts rather than for developing original ideas or problem-solving skills. Imagine if our education system prioritized independent thought and creativity instead. How different might the world be? How many more innovative thinkers like Bill Gates or Elon Musk might we have if schools nurtured individuality and creativity? Moreover, the devil claims to lead people into drifting through various external influences, including substances like alcohol, unhealthy foods, and overindulgence in sexual expressions. These vices dull our cognitive abilities and our capacity for independent thought, further entrenching us in habits that hinder our progress. This neglect of our mental faculties, combined with reliance on such substances, can create detrimental habits that become ingrained in our subconscious. Hill refers to this as the law of hypnotic rhythm, suggesting that our habits can propel us toward our aspirations or ensnare us in regret as we look back on our lives. Realizing this, I understood that to outsmart the devil and become a non-drifter, I needed to take control of my life through purposeful action. Hill outlines 7 principles to help break free from the habit of drifting, and I found each one incredibly empowering. 1. Definiteness of purpose. The first principle is the definiteness of purpose. Hill emphasizes the importance of choosing a clear goal and pursuing it with unwavering determination. This concept was revolutionary for me. By defining my purpose, I could channel my energy and focus into something meaningful. It was about identifying what truly mattered to me and committing to it wholeheartedly. The clarity that came with having a definitive purpose provided me with direction and motivation, acting as my compass in the chaotic sea of life. 2. Self-discipline. The second principle, self-discipline, taught me the importance of mastering my impulses. Learning to say yes to opportunities that aligned with my goals and no to distractions that didn't serve me was crucial. Initially, it was challenging to resist temptations and the urge for instant gratification. However, as I practiced self-discipline, I began to experience a newfound sense of freedom. I felt empowered to shape my own narrative instead of letting external influences dictate my choices. 3. Learning from adversity. Hill's third principle is learning from adversity. He encourages us to view failures as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. Each failure carries within it the seed of a greater benefit. This mindset shift was instrumental in my personal development. Instead of succumbing to despair after experiencing setbacks, I started to embrace them as valuable lessons that equipped me for future challenges. I learned to analyze my failures, extract the lessons, and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. 4. Controlling your environment. The fourth principle, controlling your environment, underscores the idea that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. The people around us greatly influence our mindset and ambitions. This realization prompted me to reassess my social circle. I began to surround myself with positive, motivated individuals who inspired and uplifted me. By doing so, I not only improved my environment, but also fostered a culture of support and accountability. 5. Time management. Next is time management, a principle that highlights the significance of prioritizing constructive activities. Hill reminds us that both positive and negative habits can become ingrained over time. Recognizing how easily we can fall into the trap of negativity was eye-opening for me. I began to take conscious steps to manage my time effectively, ensuring that I focused on activities that aligned with my goals rather than succumbing to distractions. I learned that the best things in life often take time to manifest, and patience became a virtue I cherished. 6. Harmony and balance. The sixth principle is harmony and balance, which emphasizes the importance of nurturing our mental, spiritual, and physical well-being. I realized that I had to prioritize self-care and ensure that no single aspect of my life overshadowed the others. Focusing on balance meant putting myself first and not losing sight of my values in the pursuit of pleasing others. This principle helped me cultivate a holistic approach to personal growth, ensuring that I was well-rounded and resilient. 7. Caution and planning. Finally, the principle of caution and planning teaches us to think ahead and strategize our actions. Hill argues that planning is essential for becoming a non-drifter. I found this principle particularly valuable as I began to approach my goals with a sense of foresight. Just as a football team wouldn't enter a game without a strategy, I realized that I needed a clear plan to navigate my life effectively. By anticipating potential obstacles and preparing for them, I felt more equipped to handle challenges and make informed decisions. By embracing these 7 principles, I began to reclaim the power to shape my life. I developed a deeper self-awareness and learned to ignore external influences that did not serve my purpose. I discovered that my dominant thoughts could attract the reality I sought. Reflecting on Hill's messages, which remain strikingly relevant today, I recognized that while a lot has changed in society over the past 80 years, human nature itself has not. Before reading Outwitting the Devil, I believed that motivation was the key to success. However, I soon realized that motivation is fleeting. It can be a powerful catalyst for action, but it's discipline that ultimately sustains us. Discipline provides the structure and consistency needed to overcome negative habits and build a brighter future. It is the discipline of respecting myself enough to say no to distractions and yes to opportunities that propel me forward. In conclusion, the principles outlined by Napoleon Hill have not only transformed my perspective, but have also equipped me with the tools needed to navigate life with intention and purpose. By actively implementing these principles, I have forged a path toward personal growth and fulfillment, ready to embrace whatever the future may hold. If you really resonate with this video, please give it a thumbs up and I would love to know how this video can be helpful to you in the comment below. For more inspiring videos, please don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Until next time, stay positive. Thank you for watching.